Hi everyone, my name's Natalie Ledwell and I'm here coming to you from Cancun today to do the broadcast. I'm still here at the Dr. Joe Advanced Workshop. We actually finished one last week. We have another one that started this week and we're sort of into the middle of this next second one. So, you know, my life is very tough. I have to be here for 2 weeks in Cancun, helping people create mind movies, use them in the workshops to be able to, you know, create the futures that they want. So it's sometimes I still pinch myself that this is my life. So I know I showed you a little bit of where I am last time, but let me just quickly show you where I am coming, where I'm filming from. I actually wanted to film from outside, but finding a place where there's no party happening in this hotel is a little difficult. So, so this is the view from my room right now. It has been raining for the last few days here, so I think everyone's excited and they're out playing in the sun, which I have been doing a little bit today as well, before I do the workshop again this evening. But I thought I'd just give you a little show where we are, and it makes sure that if you are here on the broadcast, please make sure that you say hello. Just give me a little shout out and say hi and where you're from, so I can say hello to you from here in the broadcast. I see Ashura. Ashura is what a beautiful scenery. Yes, I know, it's paradise. You know, the Dr. Joe Dispenza workshops, he does the progressives and advanced, and with the advanced we do a lot of brain mapping and measuring of cortisol levels and energy in the room, and, you know, chakra readings and a whole bunch of things here, so we can scientifically prove how meditation, visualization, mind movies and all these things actually work and how effective they are. So we have 550 people at this event. There was 550 people last week, so it's been a really, really big crowd, so it's been very rewarding to say the least. Caroline Irving, hi there, how are you? Okay, so today I'm actually talking about the 7 common yet disempowering habits that successful people actually get rid of to be able to create success. So these are the habits that you want to eliminate, okay? Stay humble. Little John, hello from Detroit. How are you, my friend? Good to see you back here again. And Ashura is from New York City. Excellent. Yeah, the view is not too shabby, right? It's actually pretty cool. Okay, so the 7 habits that we want to lose on our way to success. You know, we often will focus on the things that we do want to incorporate, but there are some things that we do want to eliminate as well along the way, so we can really open up the flow and have us, you know, making sure that what we're manifesting and what we're creating and the success that we're bringing into our life, we can do so in a much easier way. So this is what we're going to be talking about today. Hi, Joseph from West Covina in California. Excellent. Hi, Joseph. How are you? Okay, so tip number 1, or habit number 1 that you would like to eliminate on the way to success is a short-term mindset. Looking for the short-term gain. Short-term gain. And there's a quote here that I wanted to share with you, and it says, "What you want and what you need aren't always the same. Be willing to delay short-term gratification for long-term greatness." Now that's a quote by Mandy Hale. Now, when you think about it, we are a nation, we are a generation of short-term, you know, instant gratification. These days, we don't really want for much. Every time we want something, it's easy for us to get it. So when it comes to success, I believe that we want to look at both things. Yes, we need to have some things in place that are, you know, creating income, that are, you know, doing, you know, we're doing business every single day. You know, we want to make sure that we have those things in place, that, you know, whatever action we're taking, there is a return on that. But for us to really take quantum leaps and look at big things in our life, we want to also have a long game as well. Some things that may take a little while for us to work on to be able to create in our lives. You know, like an example of that is our PD for Kids program. So we've developed a personal development for kids program that's taught in schools, middle schools. And we've been working, well, I've been working for about 18 months with different schools in Australia and New Zealand and the US, and, you know, and it's taking a while for some of the schools to come on board. You know, especially here in the US, there's a lot of you know, red tape and, you know, hoops that we have to jump through. But the thing is, it's going to be worth it in the end. And even if it takes 2 or 3 years for us to get it up and running, it's going to be absolutely worth it. and it's one of these long-term games. But of course, we've got everything else in place, that we've got the regular business running. So I think it's really important that you have both. So yes, have your short-term game, have your things that are creating results for you now, but then really visualize something that's going to be much bigger for you, that will be that quantum leap for your business or for your life, and make sure that you include those things as well. So Jaconia, I think that's how you say it. Hello, beautiful people from UAE, from Abu Dhabi. I was in Abu Dhabi a few years ago. Love Abu Dhabi. Fabulous. Fantastic there. Megan Lewis, hi, sending love from Scotland. Hi, Megan, great to see you here. And Richard Waters, hi to you too. Hi to you as well. Okay, so the first one, short-term mindset. We want to have a long-term game as well as a short-term game. The second thing is multitasking. Now, I know that a lot of us think that we can multitask well, but the problem is that we're doing a whole bunch of things mediocre. Apparently, there's no such thing as multitasking well. And the thing is, not only are we doing a lot of things mediocre, but we're not enjoying any of them. So when we're looking at the work that we're doing or the success that we want to create, we want to make sure that we're enjoying the journey. You know, success is a way of life. It's not just a destination. So we want to make sure that every day that we're enjoying what we're doing, because that will give us the motivation to get up and push ourselves and go that extra mile and to do things a little better every time. And so when we're focusing on that, we want to make sure that you know, we're not multitasking, that whatever we're doing to the best of our ability, and we're doing well. You know, there may be things that you find in your life that that you can outsource. Now, there could be anything from, you know, technical things in your business, you know, bookkeeping, to, you know, having a house cleaner or someone, you know, doing the laundry, or, you know, looking after the yard for you, you know, doing the greenkeeping and so forth. You know, sometimes there are things that you know, it serves for you to do and you love them. Like, I know some people love to look after their own backyards. They love mowing the lawns because it's like a meditation for them. Fantastic, keep that. But if there are other things that you don't enjoy doing, then make sure you look for other ways that you can outsource that. And when you're doing something, do it mindfully. Do it like one thing at a time, and do it really well, and really enjoy the moment that you're in. You know, like we said, this is a journey that you want to enjoy, so make sure that you do that as well. Okay, so 2 was multitasking. We want to get rid of that. The third one is unhealthy habits. Wow, yeah. What can I say about that? We all kind of know that. But if we're looking at, you know, the habits that we do want to create, we want to make sure that we're eating really healthy food, healthy, clean food. We want to make sure that we're exercising, that we're moving our bodies, that we have, you know, the endorphins going through, we have our blood, you know, flowing, and that we're keeping our body supple, that we're keeping, you know, it stretched, and that we're keeping it fit. And the other things that we want to make sure that we're getting good sleep. Good sleep, it's so important. So anything that is adverse to those 3 paramount things, we want to make sure that we start to eliminate them from our daily practices. We get rid of those habits. So whether that be staying out late, or, you know, not getting to bed till like 1 o'clock in the morning, whether it's smoking or drinking or whatever that is, you know, make sure that the habits that you have is like, you know, this is our body. This is the only body we get, and we really want to look after it. Because if we are enjoying the journey, and we want to enjoy the fruits of our labor when we finally get there, or when we, you know, on our way to success, we want to make sure that we do that in a body that's going to serve us, and, you know, and be able to help us enjoy that pleasure. Okay, so the next one, so that was unhealthy habits. So number 4 is people pleasing. Now, this is also a really good habit that we want to get rid of. I was actually just talking to my girlfriend who's here helping me with the My Movies workshops. Her name is Susan. And we're talking about how a lot of people don't know who they are. They don't have a strong sense of self. They don't know what their core values are, and they don't know what they stand for. So they're very easily led or very easily influenced by things, you know, in their life. But, you know, when you are people pleasing, it just means that you're at the whim of anything that's going on at the time, without being able to stand your ground, without being able to make decisions that are in alignment with your core values and what you really know is important to you. And when you understand what those things are, life becomes so much easier. You know, you don't have any dramas. You know, you don't have problems with, you know, friends and people, because, you know, you're strong in your sense of self, and you know what's right and what's wrong. And so it makes life so much easier in the way that you navigate your relationships. It makes it easier in the decisions that you make when it comes to, not just, home life, but also with business as well. And it really gives you a strong sense of self. So it gives you that confidence, to be able to move through life in a very empowering way. So, people pleasing, I think what's really important is that we set boundaries, really healthy boundaries. I know I saw a video of Brené Brown's not long ago on Facebook, and she said the happiest people in the world are those people that have healthy boundaries. And I think that's so important, especially if you're, like any of us that do this kind of work, or that are in any kind of vocation where we're serving people or in a service industry. Sometimes we can give so much, we get so depleted that we just can't, give any more. And, especially with the work that I do, like I always make sure that I have enough energy to be able to give. I have healthy boundaries on what that's going to be. And then I also have little exercises where I can replenish my energy so that I always am showing up as the leader or the transformational leader that I want to be. So it's really important that we do that. So we're not just always at the whim of pleasing other people, because it just depletes our energy. And we can't be a good business person. We can't be a good wife or a good husband when we're always exhausted and always, giving out all of our energy to other people. So it's important that we really guard that well, because it's important that we do that. Okay, so I want to say hi to Valerie. Hi, exactly, yes. Lynette Butt. Hi, Lynette. Trying to stand up for myself, but a lot of hard work right now. Yes, and it can be, especially when you're someone who's used to giving of yourself so much. When you start to stand up for yourself and start to set healthy boundaries, the people around you that are used to you acting in a certain way kind of get a little upset. But you know what? They'll get over it. And I'm sure that they have a lot more respect for you when you're able to stand up for yourself and go, look, I'm happy to do this, this, and this for you. This is great, but I need my time and I need to be able to replenish my cup and for me to be able to give as much as I do. So I think that's a good way to go. Kathy Lloyd. Hi. Aloha, Kathy. How are you? Jaconia. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That was a lovely comment, Jaconia. He's saying that I'm so beautiful. That's fabulous. All right. So number 5. The habit that we want to eliminate on our way to success is procrastination. And there's a great quote here. It says, things may come to those who wait, but only the things left by those who hustle. And that's an Abraham Lincoln quote. So that's really interesting. So procrastination is an interesting thing for me, because for me, I think procrastination is really a symptom or a behavior that's linked to a deeper limiting belief that's stopping us from success. It's one of those symptoms that, we go, okay, well, deep down, we don't think that we're worthy, or we don't deserve it, or that, rich people are bad, or that, who am I to think that I could, actually live this life? And so some of the behaviors that come up to stop us from success, so that we can make sure that deeper belief is proven to be right by our subconscious mind, procrastination is one of those things. So, I always recommend that, if there is something that you need to do, sit down and really ask yourself, first of all, why am I procrastinating? Make sure that you've got, quiet time around you and just really ask the question, and then kind of sit quiet long enough to be able to listen for the answer. Sometimes you procrastinate because it's the job that you don't want to do. And if that's the case, you want to outsource it to somebody else. You don't have to wear all hats, when it comes to your family or your work or your relationship. It's great to be able to go, look, you know what? I don't really like doing this kind of thing. And then figure out a way that you can get someone else to do it. Maybe you go, look, I am good at this, but I don't know why I keep procrastinating. Think of all the thoughts that come up for you and all the reasons that your subconscious mind is sending through to your conscious mind that's telling you why you don't want to do it. That's going to give you a clue as to what that deeper belief is underneath it. And write them all down. Sometimes the justifications that our subconscious mind comes up with to prove that our, limiting belief is correct can be disguised as common sense. It can actually sound like it's something and you go, yes, that's right, of course. I don't want to put myself in harm's way. But it's not actually the case. It's just that sabotaging thought that's holding you back from success. So write them all out, get them on paper. Once you acknowledge them and go, okay, these thoughts are no longer serving me. Choose thoughts that you do want to think, And then when you're, writing those out, make sure that you focus on those each day. See yourself and visualize yourself actually thinking those thoughts and the different outcomes and the different actions that you take as a result of that thought paradigm. And that's really going to help you shift your behavior as well. So yeah, we want to get rid of that. Hello, Trudy. Trudy, how are you? Who we got? Stay Humble is saying, so true. I'll be telling myself that I'm going to stop something, but I just keep doing it, and then I'll stop for a while, then I get back to the bad habits. And you know what? And that's the thing, when it comes to bad habits, sometimes we've had these habits and for years, and they're a natural part of our routine, a natural part of our behavior. So it does take a little bit of effort in the beginning to be able to switch them over. Not only do we want to eliminate these habits, but we want to make sure that we're adding habits, positive habits, that we can replace them with. So, if think of all the things that we're getting rid of and go, well, what are the habits of successful people, so that you can start implementing them as well. Remember, we don't want to be focusing all the time on the negative. Yes, we can acknowledge it, and yes, we can say it's showing up and this is what's thwarting my success, but don't stay there. Just go, okay, this is not working anymore, this is what I do want, and then keep focusing on what it is that you do want, and that's going to help to really change your behavior. Okay, right, number 6 is another habit that we want to eliminate on the way to success, is social media and entertainment addiction. Now, this is a big one, and this is a new one, because you think about it, when you think about your daily routine, how much time do you spend on social media? Now, I know that a lot of business people that I know go, well, I have to, because I need to be engaging with my community, and I'm advertising and doing different things on Facebook, so I kind of really need to be there. So this is what I say to that. Yes, you do need to be engaging with your community, that's great. But this is one of those things that you can outsource if you want to. I think that when you are engaging with your community and you want you to be the voice that's coming through and that's important to you, I think that's fantastic. You can absolutely do that. But make sure you put a timer on the amount of time that you're on social media, and try to stick to, it's very difficult because, there are so many bells and whistles and so many things that you get to look at. Well, you fall into the Facebook vortex. We all know what that's like. But put yourself a timer on that each day to make sure that, that you are sticking to that, and you're not, falling into that hole, and next thing you know, it's 2 hours later, you're going, there are so many other more productive things I could have done in that time. So set yourself a timer and make sure you do that. Bruce Lee, there's a quote here from Bruce Lee. He says, if you love life, don't waste time, for the time is what life is made up of. You think about all what you could have done in that time that would fill you with joy, that would, create your success, that could be with your family or whatever that is. So, really limit your time as much as you can on that. Okay, stay humble. Yes, it's a big one. Lynette is saying, I don't have a big amount of friends. If I'm not on here, I'm out doing my photography. Yes, exactly. Look at all the habits and the hobbies and the activities that bring you joy. Life is all about having fun and having joy, and doing things like your photography and things that really do that for you, I think is exceptionally important. Alison Friedman, hi. How good to see you here. All right, now up to number 7. The last habit that we want to eliminate on the way to success is the resistance to change. Now, this is a big one. Again, I was talking to my girlfriend Susan earlier today, and I was wondering, there's a lot of people that live, we're talking about the people that live in the Rust Belt, in the US, that are in country towns where factories have closed down and there are no jobs, and yet they continue to stay in their towns. And I'm like, I'm wondering why they stay. Is it because they're afraid of change? Or is it, or they think that maybe they have hope that something will change for them? I'm not sure. We were wondering what that dynamic was. But we want to be open to change. As human beings, it's, normal for us to want to grow and expand and learn new things and be in different environments, and the longer that we are alive, the more change that we will see. And that's the only thing that we know is constant. Greg Braden was here last week, and he was speaking at the Dr. Joe event, and he was saying, it was really interesting, he was saying that with science they know that the human body can actually live for 900 years. We have the ability to live for 900 years. He said, but the first 100 years are the hardest. He said, because that's because we lose everything, or everything, we have so much change, and we get hurt, we get upset. And because we don't know how to heal ourselves from that, we start to age and get older, and then, eventually die around, the 80 mark or 90 mark. And it seems that most people are getting a lot older now. But he said, we haven't learned how to heal that. And I think that's important, that when we're moving forward towards the success that we want, not only is there going to be change, but we have to be willing to know that that success may not show up the way that we think. Actually, more often than not, it doesn't. And as long as we're very clear about the vision of what we have moving forward, and we're open to however that's going to show up for us, we want to be adaptable. We want to be willing to go through that change. And we want to welcome it into our lives, because when we do that, we really open up the flow for some really serendipitous and amazing things to come into our lives. Now, which is what life is all about. Don't you think? Stay Humble said, yes, I have to change. I can honestly say that for real. I want to evolve into something great. And that's the thing. I think when we have that intention, of course we're going to do that. And I'm not saying evolving is better, but I'm just saying that it's different. We're all in our own journeys here, learning lessons at our own pace, and to enjoy every moment of that journey is really what it's all about. Okay. Okay, so I know I have a gift for you today. Let me tell you what it is. My team have put something together. We are giving you, well, let me have a look. I've created a step-by-step simple method called the Introspection Process. I love this thing. Many of my students have done it, and we're getting great insights. So this is actually a downloadable PDF. And what this does is this introspection process helps you to ask the deeper, harder questions that we want the answers to, that maybe we can't come up consciously. And we need to get into a really quiet process to be able to ask the question and get the insight or the inspiration or the intuition that we need, and how to tap into that. So that's what this process is. It's a PDF. It's free for you. I know that the team are going to put a link here somewhere for you to be able to click on that and download it. And you'll be able to get that for free. So I want you to enjoy that, and I'd love to get your feedback on what you think about that as well. So guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a fabulous weekend, whatever you have planned. And thank you for everyone that's joined me today and has participated here on the broadcast. And I look forward to speaking to you next week when I'm back home in LA. All right, guys. Thanks a lot, and ciao for now.